On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Announce.
To make something known or officially inform people about something.
Examples:
Announce candidacy. Announce the award winners. The third season of the anime show has been announced.
Policy.
A set of rules, guidelines, principles, or procedures that govern decision-making or action, often used in the context of business or government. A course of action or plan of action adopted or followed by an organization or individual to achieve a goal or objective.
Examples:
Health policy. Foreign policy. The company's new policy on remote work has made it a more inclusive workplace.
Sterilize.
To make something free of all forms of life, especially bacteria or viruses, by using heat, chemicals, or radiation.
Examples:
Sterilize chemically. Sterilize surfaces. The nurse sterilized the instruments before the surgery to prevent any infections.
Grandchild.
A child of someone's son or daughter.
Examples:
Grandchild-grandparent relationship. Grandchild development. The grandparents take care of their grandchild while the parents are at work.
Eventually.
Finally, particularly after a long time or a lot of struggle, complications, and so on.
Examples:
Eventually become obsolete. Eventually succeed. The corporation eventually dominated the entire tobacco business.
Substantial.
Fairly large in size, value, or importance.
Examples:
A substantial amount of capital. Have a substantial meal. The pandemic was a substantial business opportunity for certain companies.
Surround.
To be all around something or somebody.
Examples:
Surround a town. A stone wall surrounds the palace. On 3 sides, mountains surround the settlement.
Sham.
Something that is not as good or true as it seems to be and is intended to deceive people. A person who pretends to be something they are not.
Examples:
A sham battle. Turn out to be all sham. The data he prepared was completely sham.
Guilt.
The fact of having committed something illegal, the negative feelings caused by believing or knowing that you have done something wrong.
Examples:
Criminal guilt. Feeling of guilt. Shame and guilt have significant social influences.
Perspective.
A certain attitude towards something, a particular style of thinking about something.
Examples:
A perspective view. Perspective of the battle. His father's death changed his whole perspective on life.
Permit.
To allow for something to happen or be done. Noun, the act of giving a formal, usually written, authorization.
Examples:
Permit application. Work permit. The teacher will not permit any students to leave the classroom early.
Government.
The group of people with authority to control a country or state.
Examples:
Government bureaucracy. Government funding. The federal government is planning to increase taxes for the next fiscal year.
Decide.
To make up someone's mind about something, to come to a conclusion or judgment after considering options.
Examples:
Decide a question. Decide on a course of action. She couldn't decide whether to order the pizza or the pasta for dinner.
Documentary.
A film or a radio or television program that gives facts and information about a subject, of or derived from official documents.
Examples:
A documentary film. Documentary proof. He won an award for that short documentary.
Midwife.
A person trained to assist women during childbirth and to provide care for the mother and baby.
Examples:
Professional midwife. Serve as midwife. The clinical midwife assisted with the delivery of the baby.
Delivery.
The act of taking or sending something to a destination, the bringing of a baby during childbirth.
Examples:
An easy delivery. Special delivery. The delivery truck arrived with the packages.
Abortion.
The intentional termination of a pregnancy at an early stage.
Examples:
Abortion doctor. The highly charged issue of abortion. We strongly oppose the abortion ban.
Fetus.
An unborn or unhatched animal in the later stages of development, showing the main recognizable features of the mature animal.
Examples:
Development of the fetus. An aborted fetus. The female vagina is elastic enough to allow the passage of a fetus.
Survive.
To live or exist despite a dangerous event or period.
Examples:
Survive a blizzard. Survive a plane crash. These birds can only survive in temperate climates.
Tremble.
To shake slightly in a way that you cannot control, for example, because you are frightened, angry, or excited, or because of illness.
Examples:
Tremble in fear. Tremble violently with emotion. When I heard the news, my whole body trembled with excitement.
Shock.
A strong feeling or physical reaction to a sudden and unexpected event or experience, especially something unpleasant.
Examples:
Death from shock. Shock resistant. He got an electric shock at work.
Perpetrator.
A person who carries out a harmful or illegal act, particularly one that involves violence or deception.
Examples:
Perpetrator identity. Culprit perpetrator. The police have not yet caught the perpetrator of the crime.
Victim.
A person who has been harmed, injured, or otherwise negatively affected by a particular action, circumstance, or event.
Examples:
Victim support. Victim compensation. The victim of the crime deserves justice and support to recover from the trauma.
Consequence.
The outcome of a particular action or event, especially relative to an individual.
Examples:
Unintended consequences. The consequence of an argument. These economic activities had disastrous environmental consequences.
Decor.
The arrangement and style of the furniture, art, and other items in a room or building, used to create a particular atmosphere or aesthetic.
Examples:
Tropical decor. Decor styles. The decor of the restaurant gave it a cozy and inviting feel.
Elaborate.
Containing a lot of carefully prepared and organized or many complicated and detailed parts.
Examples:
An elaborate hat. Elaborate Ponzi scheme. He proposed an elaborate program of public works.
Homemade.
Made at home rather than in a factory or workshop.
Examples:
Homemade article. Homemade bread. I prefer homemade cookies over store-bought ones.
Infertile.
Unable to grow crops or sustain life. Not able to produce offspring or offspring that are viable.
Examples:
Infertile woman. Infertile land. The soil in the desert is infertile, making it difficult to grow crops.
Counteract.
To act against something to reduce its bad or harmful effects or neutralize it.
Examples:
Counteract the effect of poison. Counteract global warming. Our body's immune system produces antibodies to counteract disease.
Survival.
The state of continuing to exist or live, frequently in the face of difficulty or danger.
Examples:
Survival ability. Survival food. He evaluated his chances for survival rather pessimistically.
Propaganda.
Information, ideas, or claims spread to influence public opinion or promote a particular cause or ideology.
Examples:
Propaganda campaign. Self-serving propaganda. The government used propaganda pictures to spread its message of national unity.
Praise.
An expression that shows approval and admiration of the achievements or characteristics of someone or something.
Examples:
Attain critical praise. Universal praise. The drama series mainly received praise.
Refuse.
To show that one is not willing to do or accept something.
Examples:
Refuse a request. Refuse the company. My initial reaction was to refuse.
Arrest.
To take into custody.
Examples:
Arrest the thief. Arrest the progress. A police officer has the authority to arrest a criminal.
Threat.
A strong indication or likelihood of harm, danger, or adverse consequences. An expression of intent to inflict harm or injury on someone or something, often made as a means of coercion or intimidation.
Examples:
Economic threat. Environmental threat. The threat of severe weather prompted the city to issue an evacuation warning.
Disobedient.
Refusing to follow the rules or orders, often deliberately or defiantly, showing a lack of respect for authority or established norms.
Examples:
Disobedient attitude. Disobedient dog. The disobedient child refused to clean up after themselves, despite constant requests from their parents.
Seep.
To flow or leak slowly and gradually through small openings or spaces, to ooze or trickle out gradually.
Examples:
Seep cool and moist air. Seep into paper. The rain began to seep through the roof, causing damage to the walls and floors.
Embarrass.
To cause someone to feel awkward, worried, or ashamed.
Examples:
Embarrass political enemy. Embarrass my project. He looked for an opportunity to embarrass that actor in public.
Influence.
The ability to affect someone's or something's character, growth, or behavior, or the effect itself.
Examples:
Influence a child's future. Influence the daily life. The former emperor had a particular influence even after he abdicated.
Willingness.
The state of being ready or inclined to do something.
Examples:
Willingness to help. Indicate a willingness to change. Her willingness to help others earned her many friends.
Sacrifice.
The act of killing an animal or person or surrendering a possession as an offering to a deity. Verb, to give up something important or valuable to help another person or get or do something that seems more important.
Examples:
Small sacrifice for a great cause. Sacrifice anything to get ahead. You cannot accomplish great things without a sacrifice of your time or money.
Twist.
To bend or turn something into a certain shape.
Examples:
Twist around to the left. Twist a wet towel. He twisted pieces of rope out of straw.
Tragic.
Causing great sadness or suffering, very unfortunate.
Examples:
Tragic love stories. Tragic death. The tragic events of the war left many families torn apart.
Suppose.
To think that something is likely to be actual or possible.
Examples:
Suppose you're right. Suppose beforehand. What do you suppose the culprit's motive was?
Recognize.
To acknowledge or realize something or someone. To identify, remember, or become aware of something that was previously known or encountered.
Examples:
Recognize talent. Recognize achievement. It's important to recognize your strengths and weaknesses.
Plain.
Without being decorated in any way. Noun, a vast expanse of flat land with few trees.
Examples:
Plain answer. Delta plain. The lowest lowland region is mostly flat plain.
Sight.
The ability to see anything that is seen.
Examples:
An unexpected sight. Dull sight. Many famous sites are within walking distance.
Commerce.
The activity of buying and selling things, especially on a large scale.
Examples:
Interstate commerce. The local chamber of commerce. This company has invested heavily in internet commerce.
Vulnerable.
Capable of being hurt or influenced physically or mentally.
Examples:
A vulnerable bridge. Vulnerable parts of the body. Infants and pregnant women are particularly vulnerable.
Replace.
To take the place of something.
Examples:
Replace one word with another. Replace a phone. Eventually, the new design will replace all older models.